We are live.
Welcome to Heck.
Don't say hell.
Yeah, I've pretty much decided I'm not going to do filtering because that's a lot of work.
I mean, there's no reason to filter. I was gonna tell you this when you were talking about it originally. Filtering is only if you're monetized. Other than that, it's just like say whatever the fuck you want.
Anything is only if you're monetized.
Yeah, it's like there's no like, oh, we're gonna get a video taken down unless you have like pornography or like child abuse in your video or some shit.
Or you upload entire documentaries, which I've seen very often.
Oh yeah, you could also do that.
So
But
if I monetize later, would I have to go back and edit every video?
no.
I doubt it. They don't really care too much about cursing.
Okay.
I mean,
And they never
it's not
have.
like okay. It's here's the thing. It's not like you're not gonna be monetized. It's like those videos that you have stuff in it will be demonetized.
Well, the thing with YouTube is you're going to get screwed by YouTube anyways, no matter how it goes. Sometime, because there's no way around it. Everyone who has gone through YouTube successfully has been screwed by YouTube for something. And so I don't think there's a point, because they're stuff's gonna get taken down and all kinds of crap anyways.
Okay. Well, let's get playing.
He's in the bathroom. Just give him a sec. He's coming back.
We should just start calling his name. Minako. Or while we're waiting, we can do introductions. So that way, for people watching the video, if they've never watched it before, can go, oh, that's cool. That's who these people are.
Okay. Hey, Solas, where are ya?
Where am I? What?
In roll 20.
Am I not in it? Oh, I didn't launch yet.
9. 9, good sir.
You must be here in order to be here.
Alright.
Bar you go.
And let's advertise that we're about to start.
Alright. Good evening, or good afternoon, and good morning, depending on whatever time zone you're in. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to have fun. How's it going, everybody? This is Nilo, and I play Freed Draegon, the Tiefling Fighter. Who's next?
I am Bran Roth. Well, my character is, and I'm the ranger.
What are you, though? Are you human, or...?
Yes, of course I'm a human.
Okay, there you go.
I am Leona, and I am a transfigured human with cat ears and the wizard. The squishy wizard.
I always just go with a cursed human.
And I am Solas Cresten, the human paladin. It's great.
Did you call me cursed?
Yeah, your character's technically cursed, isn't she?
It was
It depends on how you take it. Do you like having cat ears or not? If you really don't like it, then it's a curse. But it might be a gift. Depends on the person.
It was a transfiguration spell gone wrong, and she likes them. So, don't know if it counts as a curse.
I thought that her thing was trying to get the cure to remove them.
No, her thing is the book that she's carrying.
Oh, that's right. She just has a book, and that's her plot. Okay.
The book full of secrets when she can't keep a secret.
That's okay. Freed has his dagger full of secrets and everything else about him.
Solas
You
is
guys
an
haven't
open
noticed
book.
the dagger yet. You'll see that later.
I remember it from our previous thing before we deleted everything and started over.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Man, you cray.
Never happened.
But yeah, eventually that will come back in, but it's tied differently per se.
Oh, cool. Sweet. I had to rewrite my thing a lot. Problem is, I have no problem writing a lot of other stuff. Whenever I look at my own character sheet for Bran, I just get kind of locked up and don't have ideas for it.
Well, you just start thinking about what you'd like to do, different things you're interested in going through, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's it, is the DM. So, if the DM is not here, does the enemy essentially get no turns?
No,
Yes.
no
Yeah,
one gets.
we just beat the shit out of this ghost while it's just
Since he's not
immobilized.
I mean,
Bran,
that's not technically right, but we could. I think we could do that, and he would might have to accept it.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Bran almost got completely obliterated by a foe that can both move through walls and almost one-shot everyone, including the tankiest members. What will the Z Squad do now?
Luckily, Solas was there with the Zensu Bean to revive him, and following the laws of human nature, he will now be twice as strong.
But wait, you haven't done that yet!
I haven't done that yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet.
Okay, taking it back. Redacting. In our next episode, in this episode, we'll find out, will Solas spend his last Zensu Bean to cure Bran and bring him
Last, I
back
got
to
a few of
life?
those, man.
Or will Bran be forced to go through Snake Way to train and then come back to life of his own accord?
What?
Wait, what?
You ever fucking seen Dragon Ball?
No!
That's a sin. That's a crime. You should
I
fix
haven't
that.
seen it either. I never really cared for
Oh,
it.
do you guys watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
Okay, who's streaming? Is
Yep.
it me?
I watched a bit of DBZ Abridged, not the real one.
Okay, so
That's a double sin. That's a worse crime.
Nope, I'm not.
DBZ Abridged? DBZ Abridged is hilarious.
It
Speaking of
is,
which,
but only
copy-
seeing that, not the original, is a crime.
Yeah, because then you're not
I
really
have
connecting the
seen-
joke.
I have seen Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, but not actually seen Hellsing Ultimate.
That's fine, because Hellsing Ultimate is more niche. Dragon Ball is god tier, and you need to fix yourself.
Yeah, you need to take a moment to just watch Dragon Ball Z.
Basically,
It's
everything
pretty
that's bad that's ever happened to you has been because of this. You just gotta fix this.
Honestly, I'd rather watch Hellsing. For real.
Hellsing is also good. I have that, and if you ever want to watch it, I can stream it for you.
No, it's
You have to at
somewhere
least
around
watch
here.
Dragon Ball, because that shit, top tier.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is great. Dragon Ball is absolutely great.
Z is like, it's good, but nostalgia for it makes it way better.
Yeah.
But I have no nostalgia for it. I've never cared about DBZ.
That's what I'm saying. But Dragon Ball is just so good that if you come back and say you don't like it after watching it legitimately, I don't know if I like you anymore.
Okay, so yeah, but Solas, you've watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged, right?
I've watched everything but like the most recent episodes.
Okay, I just watched most recent, but anyway, so I can do the Krillin voice.
Can you?
Hi, Solas! Zansumin!
That's pretty decent.
Pretty good.
Oh, Goku!
Wait,
Goku,
Yes.
why did you just give Solas Zansumin? Goku, you idiot!
It's pretty
pretty
good.
solid.
Yeah, it's definitely solid. Definitely solid. All right. Speaking of picking up a nose, I guess, you, Leona, we'll pick up from where we were. So,
Tanaka, introduce yourself. We're recording.
if you don't know who I am, then you don't follow my Twitter. So you know. All right. Let us continue from where we are, which would be inside of the Death House.
In
Dun,
Dun.
dun, 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 dun.
Now, I believe you are all being haunted by a spooky ghost thing. Let's continue with that, shall we? So, top of the stack. Who was the stack? The stack order went Freed, then Bran, then Leona, then Solas.
And then it was...
With, well, you know, with creatures within that.
I think that didn't the creature just go?
We are in on the top. Specifically, we ended the rounds. So we order. So
Creature attacked, and I think
And then we
Brandon-
ended.
Freed can now go.
So it's my turn?
Double.
On my screen, the creature isn't there at all.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right because it flew through the wall.
Oh, did it? Okay.
The last thing that you saw, especially Bran saw, was the creature gently place its ghostly hands on his shoulders and imbued pain the likes of which he'd never felt, dealing a significant portion of necrotic damage, and then fly backwards through the west wall. So, who would like to go next? Or Freed rather would like. Freed will be going next.
Freed's gonna take a moment. He's gonna bend down and pick up the torch that should be in the middle of the room, I believe. Isn't that where Solas? Is that where you threw it?
We are in. I'd like to remind. We are in organized play, so or we are in cinematic play, not narrative. So turn-based, guys. So we are currently turn-based.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, where's the torch at?
Yeah. Where the torch at?
I think I just it's dropped in the middle of the room.
Did you drop it?
Yeah, because when this happened, Solas just dropped it and took out his weapons.
Sure. Very well.
So yeah, on that note, Freed is gonna grab the torch and turn around and go back to back with Solas.
So
Let's
you
see,
pick
where
up.
did it go?
So you pick up the torch from the floor, and then you.
Boom.
All right. You
Don't-
can't be in the.
Don't be
You
in the
can't.
Back to back.
You can't. Do not occupy in the. Do not occupy the same square.
Damn it.
You
Okay,
can.
fine.
You can.
It's
You
just
absolutely can. But you both receive disadvantage. You both receive any creature that attacks either of you will receive advantage on their roll.
Okay, let's not do
If
that.
you want to simulate the back-to-back feel, you could go to the one just off the center in the middle, like one past me. Like I can't ping.
Oh, like
No,
in the middle.
towards the
Yeah, you
center.
can just click into. Just click hold.
I just hold there.
Yeah. That's
That
what-
one.
Yeah, but oh well. Okay. Actually, wait. Where's my items list? Since I still have a moment, I'm
Did-
wondering if I have a potion I can give to.
Did you move or no?
I
Have
did.
you
I
moved
moved
yet?
to the front corner, away from the wall.
Oh, I see where your character currently is. I just wanted to make sure that that's where you actually just trying to move. Okay, so I just need to know that it's consumed some of your movement. But okay, that's fine. It's all fine, brimstone, baby. So let's go outside. What are you?
And watch the walls, and just I'm just waiting for anything to appear.
Very well.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I was gonna make it. Ah, there we go.
Brimstone, baby. So let's go outside. What do you know?
Right. Is
Said be got a bang, nickel bump in the night. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah,
Voodoo,
that's
you
what
voodoo, bitch.
that the end of your turn, or?
Yeah.
That would be a great song if it hadn't been ruined by the person I think of it with.
Okay.
Person it
So-
reminds me of.
That's unfortunate. All right, Freed, is your turn over?
I was gonna pull my character sheet and see if I had a
Oh.
health potion.
Okay, do that.
Let's see.
While you are doing that, I am gonna go grab a book. Hold on 1 second.
Oh no, who punned?
Well, whatever pun was made wasn't very punny.
Oh, okay.
But if we flip the page, we might find some more.
Short bow, hand axe, ball bearings, chain armor, traveler's coat. I don't have any potions. I only have a healer's kit, and that takes way too long to use. So, I don't have any way to heal him.
That is unfortunate. All right. If
But
is
I
your
do
turn
pick
over?
up the torch. So I have the torch in my left hand, and I have my short sword in my right hand, and I'm just holding both out, ready to strike whatever comes near me, and I've got my back to Solas.
What is? Okay, so you are okay. Cool. Noted.
Wait, are you gonna ready an attack action?
No, he already picked up the torch.
Oh yeah, that's like bonus action. That's not like a full action.
It's in this case, I'm gonna call it an action.
That is my action, because I can't really do anything else.
All right.
Well, if you had not used your action, you could ready an action, and like it's like an if-then kind of a thing.
So, Free, do you know how readying an action works, or no? Have you not heard of that?
Basically just kind of explain the concept of it. I want to ready an action, so if anything happens to it, I can counterattack.
Not only counterattack, but when you say I'm readying an action, you can literally say, if this, then this. You can set up an if-then condition, and whenever the if condition is satisfied, your character will perform the then condition. You're free to do that whenever you have an action left at the end of your turn.
Okay, so then yeah, I'm readying an action to attack.
You do not have. That's what I was saying before. You don't have an action ready.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Because I'm gonna call it that in this instance, your action was picking up the dropped torch because Solas dropped it, not you. So it wasn't just on the floor; it was under and around Solas, who is currently in a battle stance. So you'd have to navigate his 5-foot area in order to get it. Well, that's even point. My point is,
I still have to move,
pick
it up, and then move again.
Well, my point is, in this instance, that's going to be your action.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that reference.
Okay, so Bran, it is your turn.
Yes, it is my turn to scream horribly in pain and move towards the center of the room.
Maybe it is.
I can't tell. Is he screaming yet?
Yes.
Definitely. Is that the end of your turn?
Is there anything left to do? Is there?
Well, you can ready an action.
Or an attack later?
Yeah. Okay, so this is a prime example of what I was just saying to Freed. So you have a primary action, just an action left at the end of your turn. So you have the option of readying that action later in the stack. That resets once it hits your turn again. So if you ready an action and that condition isn't met throughout the rest of the stack order, then it's gone. But it's a handy way of utilizing your action later on if you really think that something will be happening. Now, in your case, you don't have anything to do, so your best bet might be to ready an action where, if you see the ghost, you will fire an arrow at the ghost, or something of that nature. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have a bow, right?
Yes, one of the silver arrows. Okay.
Right.
Silver.
So, the if condition would be if the ghost appears in a square that you can see. Right,
yes.
and then your then action would be I will be initiating a primary attack on. I will be firing an arrow at.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have the option to ready that. So if that happens, your character will automatically take that action.
And that is what I'll do.
All right.
Ready a silver arrow. Or any ghost dice.
All right. So you've readied an arrow. And you're ready to launch it. Okay. Now, Leona, you can go.
Okay. Leona's going to move here. Come on.
Where?
That's just the.
And what direction is she going to be facing?
The wall.
Okay.
Although, probably more like this, where she's facing more towards the corner.
Okay. Are you searching
like a circle?
Are you searching the cabinet thing there, or are you just standing there?
No, I'm standing there so that I don't have an exposed back.
Fair.
And I would like to ready magic missiles for if the ghostie shows up.
Okay.
We got a little death ball going up.
All right, Solas.
All right. Unlike everyone else, I'm not gonna ready in action. I cast the Bless spell, targeting all 3 of my allies.
Okay.
Uh,
what is
and
the
what's
what
his
is the
stat?
cast radius?
It's an action.
What cast radius?
Oh, 30 feet. They're within 5 feet of me.
Is it 30 feet on, like, 30
It's
feet
a
on
30-foot range to each target from me.
Okay, thank you.
It's not like a circular thing. It's just like
Who is causing the echo? Someone is causing the Freed. You're causing an echo.
What?
I mean,
Your mic is
Okay.
causing an echo.
Let me switch my headphones then. Give me a moment.
So I kept hearing it, and then I looked at the Discord log, and yours keeps flashing green.
How's that?
I won't know until we. Oh yeah, that seems.
Wow,
No,
that's
it's still echoey.
That's
I
because
don't
my
hear it at all,
headphones are
man.
still
I don't hear it
jangling.
echo.
Hang on.
Well, then you're not. I don't know. You're doing it wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's still kind of doing it, but it's fine now. It's low, so it's whatever. Solas.
Okay. So
Okay. Yeah. What do you?
Solas like takes his hands and like says something in Celestial and like puts his hands together above his head with this like
Okay.
weapon in hand, and then spreads out like light to everyone. You all get the Bless effect, which basically means you get whenever you do anything that requires you to roll pretty much like spell saves and attacks and anything like that. You roll a d4 on top of whatever on the d20, and you add the d4 to the roll. So if you
Does
ever roll a
everyone
save,
understand that?
Oh, that's much better.
So roll 1d4 whenever we roll.
basically.
That
Once.
It adds
You
it
may-
adds an extra 1d4.
You may, at some point, when you would normally just roll a d20, you may, at one time from now within, 10 minutes or so.
No, it's every time for the next minute.
Okay, fine. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty OP. So every time for the next minute, so basically until the end of combat, unless we take more than a shit ton of turns. I'm not calculating that right now. Basically until the end of combat, anytime you would roll a d20, you have the option of also rolling a d4 and adding the d4 to the d20 roll.
Well, it's not every time. Technically, skill checks are the only time you would.
Okay, never mind. Skill checks, so not combat rolls.
No, skill checks are the only time you would not. So attack and saving. throws
Oh,
would be
okay.
Only
okay,
combat
sorry.
rolls.
There you go. So only combat rolls. So there you go, guys.
Oh,
Have fun with
okay.
that one.
I was just testing to see if it worked. It does.
It does. Yes, of course it works. Okay, so and that's how you would roll your attack rolls. Is you could now add an additional d4 to your DC before adding all the rest of your bonuses.
So basically, the way I would do
Okay.
it is like roll a d4, then roll the roll.
Okay, now, Solas, that is your move. Okay, so this, now, what will happen? Oh, we lost our ambience music. Let's, I'm gonna put that back on if
I
you
actually
guys
think I
don't
have
mind.
another spell to cast. Give me a sec.
Was that a bonus action then?
That's a
or-
regular action, but I think I have a spell I can cast as a bonus action. Let me check real quick.
Sure.
Oh yeah, this music in my headphones is so much stronger.
Is it Sanctions of Shield of Faith?
By the way, I turned my mic sensitivity down. Does that sound better?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed an echo anymore, so it should be fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, everything's all right here.
Good. Good.
Everything is awesome.
Everything
Everything
is
is
cool
cool when
till
you
you're
find
killed
out
by a
this-
ghost.
Yeah, everything is cool till you get hit by a ghost. Which is
Well, I
so-
mean, you are
you-
cooler then.
Bran, you are
you've
so
been
lucky.
frozen.
You are
you've been
so
killed.
Bran, you are
Okay.
so lucky you made your Constitution save. I mean, holy shit. Anyway, Solas, continue.
I do not do this because I don't think I can have 2 concentration spells at once.
Okay. No, you cannot.
Okay, yeah, so no, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Okay, cool. All right. Sorry. All right, so the ghost. Silently, you all stare around, waiting, especially 3 of you. Well, 2 of you, diligently jerking your heads around, trying to see the faintest glimmer of movement, spectral movement, when all of a sudden, out from the walls, come 2 ghostly hands, trying to wrap themselves around Freed. Now, as it is just the ghost's hands, you do have an opportunity to attack. Leona, you're right next to it. But you will take a disadvantage on your attack roll, and if you miss, you have the opportunity to instead hit your friend Freed. So
I thought I didn't have an attack roll. It's a magic missile. Always hit.
oh, okay, never mind then. You can you're free to roll it, or you're free to roll damage then.
And then it's 3 magic missiles. Each 4.
So each 1d4.
Right.
That would be hilarious if Blessed added the damage, then you just hit for like double the damage. That'd be crazy.
Now, what I need you to do is also not only tell me what damage, but I need you to also tell me the type of damage. So you did 11 what damage?
Hopefully not damage that goes right through it. Hold on. Spells. Type force, it looks like.
Okay. Force damage.
I don't think there's like actually anything that resists force, except for like some weird cosmic things.
You'd be surprised. You'd be
Out
surprised.
of character, I would say other Jedi, but
Well,
The
you'd be
Jedi are
surprised.
force sensitive. Why do you think they get zapped by lightning and they just like die?
But yeah, you'd be surprised with that. You'd be kind of surprised with that.
Force is definitely one of the more like reliable damage types, though.
Yeah, but this one's a ghost!
Well, force is like magic force. It's not like I pushed you.
All right, so also Leona, don't forget that they deal 1d4 plus 1 force damage. So that 11 is actually plus 3, so that's a 14. All right. So sorry, let me just do a thing real quick.
We're making the DM work. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Time passages. Okay, Bran. Once again, just like Leona, you see the flash of ghostly haze, and you do ready your shot. However, on your hit, you will suffer a disadvantage, and if you miss, be aware that you could hit either your friend Freed or Leona if your shot goes awry. So choose carefully if you want to continue with the shot.
Alright.
If you roll it, you've committed to it. I need to remind you of that. Just be aware.
Yeah.
And don't forget you've got a 1d4 boost.
I do.
The ghostly hands advance their The ghostly heads continue their advance, nearly contacting Freed's exterior.
Yeah, you need
You're
to.
running out of time to decide.
Alright, I will. So.
He's just sitting there thinking, did I turn the stove off?
Well, I thought with that warning, I needed some close deliberation. So. This is just 1d20 plus 1d4, correct?
Yep, it's an attack roll. You do have disadvantage on it though, so roll it twice. Take the lower. But I was about to say, so it's a 19 and then the lower. All right, so it is a 4.
Oh no.
Now,
Just like, Free just gets donked in the head by an arrow and just like dies.
so what I need you to do is, and what the fuck?
All right. So thing.
Oh no.
When he goes to hit Freed, he technically has disadvantage.
Not really gonna work that way because he wasn't trying to hit Freed, so it's not exactly an attack roll.
All right.
It's
Bran, I need you to call. I need you to call high or low.
Hi.
I always knew you could see the future. I always believed in you.
Yay,
Bran, I need you to call high or low once more.
Hi.
You let me down.
Third time's the charm.
Hi, again. I'm not changing.
Hold on.
If there's a third.
I'm getting a low 5.
Well, I am still in the sky.
Freed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bran. My mistake. Bran.
Nope.
You pull your arrow back and let it fly. However, the pressure of the shot and the time it took to deliberate caused you to just gun focus and let it off too early. It flies down, skids across the floor, and hits the wall underneath the ghost, hurting nobody, but also missing your target.
oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I don't get to die.
Meanwhile, Freed.
Oh shit.
Oh,
The
no.
ghostly hands continue their assault and wrap themselves around your shoulders, for just a moment.
Question. Does the ghost get disadvantage because I'm holding a torch?
No.
But it already has disadvantage. You're in my aura.
I was about to say, it's already suffering
Never mind.
disadvantage.
You're right. You're right.
That's why we stacked up like this. There's no other reason other than my aura to do that.
Well, that and as Freed, I'm thinking, oh, Bran just got caught because he was in the corner. I'm gonna get away from the wall. Sorry, Monaco. Go ahead.
No, don't worry. Don't worry, you're fine.
Is the wall that the ghost is in technically part of Freed's threatened squares?
Technically, why does it matter?
Because if it moves away, it gets attack of opportunity. Give to Freed.
It does not.
Is it got an ability?
How can Freed
I can't
attack a wall?
it. It's not in
His
the square.
hands out of the wall. He just gets.
It's not good. You can retract your hands way faster than you think you can.
Yeah.
No.
And besides, after it's done attacking, it pulls its hands back, and then if it decides to float away, how's it going to attack a wall? How would you even know?
Really hard.
I would say hurtful things to it.
I mean, you can try.
By stabbing the wall so hard, he just goes right through it into the ghost, and the ghost is just like, Nani? And he's like, Omae wa mo shindairu. And he's just like, Nani?
No, they
Dies.
This is entirely too stupid. All right. Oh, for the love of God! All right. Freed, its ghostly embrace takes you by the shoulders. However, once you feel its ghostly chill, you're able to just fortify your mental health and push its influence out of your sphere, pushing its hands back through the wall and essentially just pushing it back off of you. There was a lot of pushing involved, I realize.
It just kind of like scrapes at you, and you dodge it.
The point is, it wasn't able to do what it wanted to do.
In that case, Freed is gonna take a quick moment. I'm gonna go ahead and say something because we should really like start thinking these guys as characters to play out. So I'm gonna start giving Freed scripts. So I apologize if it starts getting dorky, but screw it, we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun. Get the hell off me! Yes!
Yeah, that's fine. Role playing is encouraged.
Woohoo!
Okay, so
That's why we're here.
now let's see. Very well. Freed. It is now your turn.
Okay, guys, I'll be real. I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be doing right now. We probably need to get out of the really tight room. Is there any place? Who here remembers?
There's really nowhere more open.
And even if there was somewhere more open, we'd have to get there, and at 6 squares a turn, I don't think we're gonna be able to move all that well.
Given how this thing's been moving around, I'm almost positive it's faster than us.
Yeah, you're right. We're not going anywhere. What do I have in my abilities?
So honestly, you should just like ready in action, and when it comes, and if it comes into range, just get it. That's me. Just have to stay close and do that.
But I need to make sure I got my bat. Darn it! I keep closing my character sheet. Sorry, Freed is having technical difficulties. His brain stopped working correctly. Okay.
I mean, you were attacked by a ghost. Makes sense.
Okay, swing this around. What do I have for ability? I've only got 2 spells. Cause, Fear, and Hellish Rebuke. I'm not using those just yet. So yeah, same thing. Freed's just gonna ready in action. If it comes back out, he's gonna do a double strike with his torch and the sword together in one hit.
Alright.
Because Freed has 2 weapon handling, so I can use both hands with 1 attack.
I see. Good. Good for you. Alright. Bran. You may move.
I think that's how that works.
I am going to cock another arrow, hoping dearly it comes from another angle this time.
Alright. Leona.
Magic missile all the way. Prepared and ready.
So you're readying in action?
Yep. I'm readying my magic missiles.
Alright. And the trigger, let me just
Yes,
put
the
this
trigger is ghosty visible.
Ghost becomes visible. Okay. And Solas.
Solas readies an attack action. If the ghost comes within range of his swing and is capable of being hit, he will hit it.
Very well. Just then, just as you begin to feel a little bit more confident about the way things are going, you're all ready. You've got a plan. You're in formation. This is your day. Until a ghostly shriek echoes throughout the entire house. And just as quick as they'd come on, all of the lanterns abruptly extinguish.
God, mother, what the frick?
Does that include the torch?
Torch was my own device.
The torch, while still lit, has been The torch, while lit, has been somehow magically silenced, dimmed. But it is still technically a light.
I hate everything that's happening right now. No, 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 no,
This
no,
is
no,
this is
no, 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 no,
exactly
no.
as much light as we.
What the shit?
Somehow, out of the darkness, Leona, you begin to feel the cold, icy grip of death itself. Hold on one sec. Let's find out what happened.
Because technically a torch is only supposed to last 1 hour, so I'm really hoping we're still within that first hour, because we haven't really done anything much.
Leona. Leona, what is your, or rather, with disadvantage, it scores an 18 to hit.
Lol.
Does that meet or exceed your armor class?
I'm at 12, so no.
So yes, it does. In other words, the ghost
See.
has met or exceeded your armor class.
Did I spot it at all?
What?
Could I see it at all?
No.
Hmm.
All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Don't forget your bliss. It's very important.
So, yep.
So roll the d4, and then
And add that to your Constitution saving throw. So basically, roll on Constitution, no advantage or disadvantage, roll on Constitution, and then add a d4's worth of... Okay, so you got a... your primary result was a 15, so add 1d4 to that. So a 16 in total.
mm-hmm.
Just give me 1 minute.
Uh-oh. This is because I heard it, isn't it?
Leona, you feel the cold, icy grip of death itself pull your stamina from your body, but you are able to power through and shrug off any permanent results. However, you are inflicted with 11 points of necrotic damage.
You are definitely one shot.
Yeah, I'm one shot.
How much health? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, Leona has fallen unconscious.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine.
This is all getting worse. Much worse.
So we have an unconscious character at the moment, and that's not good.
It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine, Leona. You're probably going to be fine.
Oh, you're definitely going to be up on my turn.
There you go. You'll definitely be up on Solas's turn. That said, at some point, if on the off chance, Vinny, that it comes back to your turn, Leona, and you are still unconscious, you will have to roll a death saving throw. And actually, do you have to do that when you fall? Or is it just after the first turn?
I think it's the next turn.
Well, I don't know. So, hold on, just give me 1 second. If you fall to 0 hit points, this unconscious enemy figure regain hit points whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points. Okay, so if Leona, so you're not dead, you're simply unconscious, but you are at the moment in a dying state. Now, when it gets to your turn, if you start your turn with 0 hit points, you will have to make a death saving throw. A death saving throw with all of your modifiers will never help you with a death saving throw. No modifiers will help you. You never get advantage nor disadvantage on a death saving throw. You roll 1d20. If it's 10 or above, you succeed. If it is 9 or lower, you fail. Not consecutively, just accumulative. If you get 3 successes, you're stabilized. So you no longer have to roll death saving throws. If you get 3 failures, you die. So it's best just to get stabilized as quickly as possible. If you roll a nat 1, you suffer 2 death saving throws. You suffer 2 failures. If you roll a nat 20, you gain 1 hit point, you return to 1 hit point and consciousness, and you're no longer dying. If another player has a decent healing skill, they can come stabilize you for you. That way you no longer have to make death saving throw checks. If at any point you are stable and take an extended rest, you're back to life. You come back to life with full health.
Noted.
Now, just remember all that. Now, and I was explaining that not just for you, but for everyone. So that way everyone knows how death works. Or at the falling unconscious. Again, so once Solas gets you, you'll probably be fine. Speaking of which... Freed, it is now your turn.
Is it my turn? I thought I just had my turn. Oh no, I had a no. Yeah.
You had you had a different thing. You're fine. Okay. It's your turn.
I cast Thaumaturgy on my torch. You said it's just making the faintest glow, right?
Yep.
I cast Thaumaturgy on my torch to make it 3 times as bright and 3 times as large.
Very well. You are able to illuminate the entire room, but the radiant bits of your spell also reignite all of the torches in the house. They very well, you suspect, may actually be on the same gas line or have some other magical way of sharing light. However, you have re-illuminated the torches. Also,
on that note, hang on. On that note, with the torches relit, he's gonna say, "Taste the light, motherfucker."
Also on that note, Bran, I believe you had an action ready.
Kill it.
Now,
Kill
wait.
it.
Bran, you have every opportunity available to you right now to launch an arrow. However, doing so would leave you open to an attack of opportunity from the ghost.
I say kill it.
Because it's a ranged attack. You can, you really can't. You can either wait until Freed's turn is over and, basically just skip this readied action, wait for your turn and make a melee attack, or you can go through with this ranged attack that you have readied and risk taking an attack of opportunity.
Well, I don't want to go with that stick again, because I think that stick's going to continue doing no damage whatsoever to anything. So I think the silver arrow is the best shot, and also being panicked and already ready to do something like that.
I'm going to be entirely honest. You should use a bonus action to switch to the stick and then hit it with the stick. If he hits you, you're done. And I can't hit you both at one turn.
True.
That's fine. Your call, Bran.
Let me double check the things he has. It lists me as having Roll20 itself lists me as having 2 quarterstaffs, but I believe there was a second. I believe there was a different weapon on the original sheet. Let me wait for it to load. I believe there was a hand axe in there. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just had a half sneeze. Whatever.
Yes, we went to have the. I remember now. We had the hand axe silvered and a couple of the arrows instead of having all arrows. So.
By the way, unless you guys tell me specifically that you're using your silvered weapon, I'm just assuming that it's not your silvered weapon.
Alright.
I only
So,
have the one, so.
Yeah, I know. No, I know.
so I will attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means skipping the raid action and waiting.
Yeah, that if you don't want to.
Do the ready action.
Yeah,
then
if you
must
don't
wait.
want to use your readied action, which was firing an arrow, then you're not acting at the moment.
Alright, then I will wait.
Okay, so you will not act. Okay, Freed, it is your turn.
I ran my turn. I used thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy is an action.
Oh, it's a full action. Okay.
It is. I just looked it up to verify, but it is a full action. You cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or
Oh,
change color.
yeah, it's a cantrip.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Then in that case, Bran, you're you're up.
Yeah, I had to go back and look it up, so I'll put that in my thaumaturgy thing on my character sheet.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm ready to kill the damnable thing. Right?
I guess. Try making
Yeah.
an attack. See what happens.
Alright, so it is the 1d20 plus 1d4 still active?
Yep. That it is for attack rolls. You bit your butt. Yikes! Oh, that was not only a failure. That was a critical failure.
Oh no.
I need you to call high or low, sir.
I'm going to call low this time.
You know what's really funny?
No.
Nothing bad. I pre-rolled that monster's attack just to see what the fuck would happen if you chose to do it. It definitely would have missed you. So, oh well. You called low?
Yes.
Fate is not your friend today. Okay, here's what happens. You prepare your stick and thrust it towards the ghost. Who, just FYI, like, it just moves out of the way. It's a ghost. So, failing to realize that, it does pull some spectral shit. You feel the cold, icy death of its very existence as it moves through you for just a moment. And you take 1d4's damage.
God, if it rolls a 4, he's down.
You take 1d4's ice damage. Or cold damage, or whatever it's called in this, but it's frost damage, I guess. I'm gonna make the roll public so everyone can see, because it's 1d4. You have a 1 in 4 chance of not, or 3 in 4 chance of not dying, so your odds are good.
Yay.
You take 1 damage. 1 frost damage.
Fantastic. Best...
Leona, you have started your turn with 0 hit points, so I need you to make a death saving throw. Roll 1d4, please, or roll 1d20.
Alright, making the death save.
You succeeded. Alright, so mark that down as 1 success. Remember, it's cumulative, not in a row. So if the next one is a success, that also counts as a second success. However, if the next one is a failure, it counts as 1 failure, but you still have that 1 success. So you have 1 successful death saving throw, and you are one step closer to not being so dead. Solas, your turn. God, Mr. Dim Man.
So do I kill it or do I
Kill it.
Kill it. I would say kill it with fire, but it's my job.
Okay, I'll go. Solas moves here,
Very well.
and then he tries to make an attack
What kind of attack?
with his
Just
silver
with your-
weapon. He's using his warhammer.
With your warhammer. Very well.
With his silverware.
That's lovely. Okay, go ahead and hit the ghost, or swing at the ghost. Do whatever you have to do with your hammer to the ghost. Make your attack roll. With the benefits, you know, benefits and shit. Alright, you
Wait.
rolled a 12.
13.
Oh, yes, of course. On the to get list, a silvered pitchfork, just for the pun of it. Oh, jeez. The first step to defeating an enemy is 1, don't die. I believe we're not doing too well in this. Nice. Okay.
Do it, lad.
So
Well, I
you
mean,
have
even
a
the numbering is a crit fail.
You, that's just that was on his D4 bonus, so crit fail doesn't matter on that one. You swing, and your hammer does make beautiful contact through the center of the ghost. Roll damage.
Cool. I also use Divine Smite, which is
Okay.
the thing I declare when I hit an enemy, not before.
Right. Okay.
So I
remember how
roll
Divine Smite
1d8 physical damage and 2d8 radiant damage.
Yay!
Well, 1d8 physical damage plus my strength, and then 2d8 radiant damage plus nothing.
Sure. And what kind of damage is the hammer?
The hammer is bludgeoning damage, but it's silver to bludgeoning damage. So if it's
Yeah. No, I know. You're good.
that's 8 damage on that.
So 8 damage on your for physical.
Yeah.
All right.
And 9 damage radiant.
Okay, noted. So, all right. Okay, there we go.
And now this thing is in my fucking threatened squares, and it's visible. So if it tries to leave, I can hit it.
Woohoo!
Going through a wall ain't gonna stop me when you're right next to me.
That is exactly right.
Make it
Okay.
dead.
Solas, the ghost, in a last-ditch effort, attempts to grab and hug you. So let's see how that
Why does
goes.
it say my armor
shall
class is
we?
11? That's inaccurate.
Aw, it's giving you a hug.
It's giving you a nice, cold, icy hug that hurts. So let's see what happens.
She just wants some love. She's a cool babe like that.
I need somebody to love. Oh, I need
City
somebody
to
to love.
back in the arms of girlfriend. Fuck my life.
Well, you know that the grossly wail people hear from this mansion is, one is the loneliest number that you'll ever know.
Solas, with disadvantage, 18 to hit.
Shouldn't have disadvantage.
Why? It's in your aura. Oh,
Yeah,
did
but it's
that
hitting
end?
me.
Oh, okay, I understand. So, very well. Without disadvantage, 20 to hit.
It hits anyway. It hit either way.
Yeah, that... Okay, noted. Alright, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Good fuck.
Oops, stop that. Harpo, stop. If you sit in my lap, you have to sit still. Stop it. I have a
No,
cat
that's
in my
wrong.
lap and he's trying to knock over all my
That's wrong.
equipment.
Forget this. Forget that. I tried to be fancy.
Okay.
And then wait, it's more than that. I know that's enough, but it's more than that. I'm just tired.
Yeah, alright, well...
It's a 23. Does a 23 succeed?
Lovely, and yes. However, you are able to stave off the permanent effects of its icy grasp, not before receiving 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Freed, it is your turn.
Awesome sauce.
Just kill it.
Or you can heal Leona if your heal skill is
I-
pretty decent.
I have nothing. The only thing I have
Nice,
is a
good.
healing kit, and I don't think that'll work in this scenario. What does a healing kit do? Damn, I can't remember what a healing kit does. Okay, let me see. Let me find out what a healing kit does. I might be able to do that. I'm consulting the Book of Knowledge.
Consult the Book of Armaments, Chapter
The-
2, verses
Wait,
9
wait.
to 21. This kit is a leather pouch containing bandages, salves, and splints. The kit has 10 uses. As an action, whoever that is, stop. Thank you. The kit has 10 uses. As an action, you can expend one of its uses to... Seriously? Well, you can expend one use of the kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a medicine check.
Oh,
So it is used literally for this purpose, and it has 10 charges. You would be using one to stabilize Leona.
awesome sauce. I do that. Let's do that. So,
All right.
Freed opens up his bag, pulls out a health kit, and just throws it.
All right. So you are stabilized.
I'm gonna stabilize Leona, but out of character. I throw it at her and yell, "Health kit!"
Lovely.
Zensuke!
Here, take this
Where
medicine.
did, where did you where did you have that? Where's the
Health kit?
So do I go up to 1?
No, so you are stabilized. You no longer have to roll death saving throws. You are stable now. If you want to try to be more than stable, which would be conscious, you may continue to roll death saving throws in an attempt to get a nat 20 and get 1 hit point back. You only have 1 success and 3 more failures. So, you have 3 more failures to go. You haven't had a failure yet. And you do already have 1 success. So you can still roll death saving throws without too much of a punishment right now, because the worst thing you can roll is a 1, which would only give you 2 failures, not 3. So you'd still be fine. That said, if you if you end your turn, or rather, I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think. If you are able, you are now stabilized, which means if you are able to take an extended rest at any point, you will be healed back up to full health and conscious. So you're no longer at risk of dying.
Okay.
Freed,
Unless
where
you
did...
read out.
Oh, what the? Are you in my character sheet?
Yes, and I'm trying to do stuff. Where is your medical bag?
It's literally in my inventory on the actual character sheet. Oh, you do have the option to control it. I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Because neither did I, and I thought that might have been it, but like I was getting real pissed off that like it kept switching, and I'm like, oh my god, you fucking assholes.
No. Yeah, no. It's right there, middle of the screen, right above the antitoxin and water skin.
There we go. I just adjusted your healer's kit to 9.
Yep. And after you said times 10, I put it in there as times 10. So.
Yeah. All right, so now it's times 9.
Woohoo.
So. Yeah, so Leona, you are no longer dying, you are just unconscious. Or you are stable. Whoa, hey, you shouldn't have that X over you though. There we go. Alright, so you are no longer dying, you are stable, but you are still unconscious. So you also, by the way, have the option of receiving any hit points at all from any direction. If anybody has the ability to give you any hit points at all, you will regain consciousness and gain hit points as though you were at 0. So in
Okay.
other words, if you gain if you gain 5 hit points from someone giving you hit points, you'll go back up to 5 and wake up. Okay.
So I'm essentially at 0 hit points.
At the moment, yes, which makes you unconscious. But you're stabilized, so you're no longer dying. You don't have to make death saving throws anymore if you don't want to. Freed, you have movement. Do you want to move anywhere?
Let me move my character sheet out of the way, because I thought I was going nuts. I closed it. Okay. I thought I had Hellish Rebuke, and then I realized it's a level 3 spell. I have to wait until I'm a level 3 before I can use it, so I will not be using that.
Wait, is it a 3rd level spell, or is it a spell you can only get at level 3?
It's a spell I get because of Thaumaturgy. I get it, or Hellish
Rebuke?
not Hellish Rebuke, sorry. Hellish Inheritance.
Mm.
Infernal Legacy, that's what it's called.
Got it. Okay, so at 3rd level you gain that spell. Okay, never mind. So continue.
Yeah, 3rd level I gain that spell as a level 2 spell.
Okay. Then continue. If you want to move, then move. If not, then that's fine.
The spirit is not moving, correct? It's not going anywhere?
It hasn't moved yet. No.
Okay. Can Freed go to the edge of the mattress and then throw the torch?
To whom?
I want to throw it at the ghost.
You can do that. Yeah, that's a basic ranged attack.
Awesome. What would I roll against?
Dexterity. Or you'd roll on dexterity for that. Wow.
Woohoo!
You crit.
Get him!
Yes! I'm imagining the scene in the first Lord of the Rings movie where Aragorn just like chucks the torch and hits the dude in the face.
Now, because you crit, you deal max
Perfection.
damage. Because it's max damage, or because you threw a torch, that's an improvised weapon of 1d4. So you deal 4 damage total.
Is it fire
Because it
damage
ma-
because it's a torch?
It is
does
partially
cause-
fire damage.
It only
so
does 1
I would.
point of fire damage though, so that's the thing. But it does.
But let me explain to you what happens here.
Oh god.
You get the call to action and you realize, wait, I've got some stuff in my. Take this. You chuck what I can only assume is a splash potion from Minecraft at Leona's face, hit her, and she looks somehow more comfortable. Satisfied with this result, you move yourself quickly and agilely 5 feet in front of you, get up to the bed frame, and just look at the ghost for a split second, look at your hand, put the two together, and toss it. Just as the ghost is going in to hug Vinny again, or Solas again, as he's ready to pound its face off, a torch smacks it in the face.
After this, you
Igniting its entire body,
Oh.
and it burns up in an fiery inferno and is gone.
Taste the
There was-
power of the sun, bitch!
The torch falls to the ground, extinguished due to the immense cold, but in one piece.
Thank everything that can be thanked. I am not dead.
We'll go ahead and return to narrative gameplay.
For the 3rd time in a row in this evening, Reed has been in a battle stance and has just dropped her arms going, oh shit, that worked. For the 3rd time in a
Solas
row.
goes over to Leona and he like kneels down to her and then casts Lay on Hands for
Oh, perfect.
for 8 health
Nice.
and full
Okay.
heals her.
Leona, your eyes open. The feeling of wonderful warmth spreads throughout your body, and you find that all of your injuries mental, physical, and spiritual have been cleansed. You are in perfect health and you are lying on the floor. So you can join the party now.
Okay, hello.
Then Solas does this exact movement. He walks over to the bed, and then falls on it.
All right.
Freed is gonna.
The bed smells, by the way, of disgust. Kind of like if old people slept in this bed and then died and then somehow got back up.
Solas used to sleep in barns with cows. He's
Yeah,
fine.
no, I'm sure it's fine. I'm just giving you a nice description so that you're... All right.
Yeah,
So-
Solas is exhausted. He just used like all of his magic.
Well, while I'm still on the floor, can I look under the bed?
Sure, you can peer underneath the mattress. There doesn't seem to be anything interesting.
Okay.
It is well enough lit that you can see clearly underneath the bed, but there's nothing of interest.
We should rest.
I am going to slump against this wall and rest because I
Nope.
nearly died.
Breed.
Nope.
You're fine. Watch.
Yeah, no. Freed is going straight for that torch. He wants to pick it back up. I'm keeping this sucker.
Okay. So, hold
I'm
on.
saying mechanically
Yeah,
we
okay.
should take a long rest.
So you pick up the torch. It's extinguished, but in one piece and looks fine. It probably could be set ablaze yet again. Yeah.
I'm gonna take. Freed pulls out a dagger out of his boot and he's gonna carve an X on the handle. And he's gonna
Okay.
put it back. I'm taking this thing as my trophy. There's no way that it should have worked.
The ghost has all but disappeared, leaving nothing behind, other than that torch that you threw at it. So yeah, Solas has suggested an extended rest. Does anyone have any thoughts about that they'd like to respond to in character?
Guys, before we go to rest, we really need to see what was in that room. The ghost was guarding something. We need to know what was in there.
Probably more curse.
Yeah, but it'll still be there. It'll still be there in a few hours. Besides, I've been wanting to check out this cabinet.
Freed's he's standing there and he's just gonna sit and he's gonna stare at that door guarded in guard style.
What race are you?
Tiefling?
I'm pretty sure you need sleep. No, I say that because Solas is taking an extended rest. That is at least 6 hours.
I
In
mean,
that case, so yeah, Freed's
Breed can
gonna...
stay up. He doesn't have to take
Yeah.
these.
You don't have to. Well, you don't have to sleep to take an extended rest. You can just rest for 6 hours. But it doesn't add to your sleep pool. So, I mean, in another couple of hours, you're going to be going batshit crazy, like looking for a bed.
I don't think. Doesn't exhausted take like in 5e? Isn't it like a really long time? It's like almost 2 days
Let's find
before that
out.
affects you. Because there is like a thing for that.
Exhaustion. Conditions. Exhausted.
I can't believe I got the first nat 20.
Well, that was a quick situation to resolve. It just disappeared into flame.
Alright guys, I'll be honest with you. I did not expect that to work. I expected it to draw his attention and kind of make a space. But boy am I glad that it worked. I will not argue with it.
Oh my.
Something I just found out. Exhaustion has 6 levels, 1 through 6. At the first level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks. At the 6th level of exhaustion, it's death.
You die.
You just die. You
Which
are
is
so
a thing
fucked
you
up,
can run
you
into as a
die.
Berserker Barbarian. As a Berserker Barbarian, you can actually have that hit you, and you can actually get to like 5 without, if you just keep berserking and you don't care, you can hit 5 in a day within like 4 hours. It's actually a thing.
Exhaustion level 2, speed halved. Exhaustion level 3, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Disadvantage level 4, hit point maximum halved. Disadvantage level 5, speed reduced to 0. The exhaustion level 6 is death. Also, by the way, thank God you all passed your Constitution saving throws, because that ghost had the ability to permanently drain your maximum health, which means, Bran, your maximum health would have gone down to 4.
Oh god.
Oh my.
And that's a permanent effect. Yeah, that's not a,
Would you just die if they killed you with that and you failed the roll?
Yes, that is death.
You'd just be death.
Yep.
Instant death.
Yes, death.
That sucks.
No
It
saving
specifically
throws.
says that.
Wow.
Yikes.
And we were fine.
Again, the reason why Freed took the torch, that is his new first trophy. But yeah, going back, Freed is he's gonna sit, he's gonna kneel and lean back against the table, and he's just gonna relax.
Oh, did you see how long it takes for someone to get exhausted? Was it like there? Minako?
What? I'm sorry?
Did you see how long it actually takes for someone to get exhausted?
I'm still looking that up. Hold on. A long rest is 8 hours, not 6. I apologize. There are no rules in the player's handbook regarding how much a character needs to sleep, though in the description of the Constitution, player's handbook, page 177, it says that the DM may request a character to roll a Constitution save if it tries to go without sleep. What?
You kind of blacked out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. Quote, there appear to be no rules in the player's handbook regarding just how much a character needs to sleep. However, in the description of Constitution, player's handbook, page 177, it states that the DM may request a character to roll a Constitution save if it tries to go without sleep.
Okay, Minako, hop out of Steam or Discord and then hop back in.
It's not... What, am I getting interrupted?
No, it's not carrying the voiceover.
I heard it entirely, dude.
I heard
didn't
everything.
get it at all.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
I
can.
I heard the entire thing both times.
Maybe I'm the one who needs to hop out. Let's try
Oh,
that.
well then yeah,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
maybe it's you. Alright,
Okay,
so... Okay, did you understand what I was saying or no?
each time you got to the point where you were about to say something, it went out and I missed you.
Okay. To paraphrase, because I closed the tab. There are no explicit rules that say whether or not you have to sleep. However, the player's handbook, in the description of Constitution, does mention that the GM may require a character to perform a Constitution saving throw if they choose to, quote, go without sleep.
So if I decide to go without sleep, I have to throw a Constitution to see if
For
I
too
feel
long.
good.
For too long.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
we've been awake.
what?
How long have we been awake so far?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, you guys didn't exactly take an extended rest
Oh, well, it
a
is
couple
the
of
middle
hours
the night.
ago.
Because we
Yeah.
went through the entire day in the city, and then we waited till the sun set, and then we
Exactly. And
Yeah,
to
so you might
start,
have been awake for like that's a long time actually. Yeah.
so if you want to be awake for the next 8 hours, you're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Could we do revolving watches? And still get the extended rest?
You have to be resting, and if it disturbs your rest, then that disturbs the extended rest. So no.
I mean, it would just be like waiting and then sleeping and then waiting and then sleeping. Like, that's not a thing we can do.
So
I don't think so.
I mean,
So-
I'm at full health right now.
Yeah, you're down spell slots.
So I know I'm not maximum spell slots, but magic missiles don't take a spell slot.
Yeah, they do.
I thought they were a cantrip.
No, magic missile's a first level spell. Your cantrip is firebolt for damage.
No,
Or
it's
like one or the other one.
no magic missile is listed under cantrip
In the player book or in your spell list?
in
No,
roll
magic-
20.
You are probably looking at.
Oh, that's my
fourth-
illusion.
I was about to say you may be looking at 4th edition magic missile. Magic
Okay.
missile is a first level evocation.
Okay, then yeah. How many do I get back with a short rest? Do I get them back with a short rest?
Because you're a wizard. You do, actually. I think you get... I forget what Arcane Recovery says. It's something like
Yeah,
half your level plus your int, I think. Which is a lot.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
Just look up the description for wizard. It says it.
If it's if it's 2 or 3, I can just take a short rest and fill back up.
You've learned to regain once per day. When you finish a short rest, you can expend. Or you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level, rounded up. So
So-
you can regain one.
Yeah.
One level 1 spell slot.
Okay. So I have to take a long rest to do.
To
get
regain all of them.
And a short rest would be
We
4
just
hours.
risk getting run up on. We'd probably be fine.
No, Leona, a short rest is only about 15 to 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then, why don't I take a middle watch then? I'll get 2 short rests. That'll fill me up.
Or you going to do it once a day?
Oh.
Yeah, Arcane Recovery is a once a day thing. You can only do it once per long rest. Actually, I think it is just once a day. It's not actually one per long rest. So like, if you didn't sleep for like 2 days, you could do it twice.
Oh.
I'll be honest, we should just all rest. We'll probably be fine. Solas is just like, everyone sleep, good, fine.
Okay.
We have Phalor's divine protection. And then he like just conks out.
All right. Solas is passed out in the bed. Does anyone want to do anything?
I want to raid the cupboard that I'm in front of before I conk out on the floor.
Very well, very well. So you raid the cupboard. If you could please make a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
Wrong one. Come on.
Really wish I picked up that sword the first time I saw
Sorry.
it. No, it's not your fault. It's my choice. I did not distinguish the
What's
concept.
with these crits, my dude?
Whoa, jeez. That's so... Okay. Now, you look around, you search the cupboard, and hey, you find 5 silver. Not bad. Just chilling in the cupboard. Looks like someone forgot it in a hurry. However, you continue your investigation of the cupboard only to have your attention drawn to the walls, more specifically the wallpapering and covering. It's an interesting wallpapering filled with the images of berries and ivy. But looking deeper, you notice that all the berries have eyeballs among them. Skeeving out. However, moving even further, as you continue along the wall, Freed, I'm just going to move you there. Moving even further down the wall and investigating, tapping, the wall has your undivided attention, and at some point the pattern completely changes. Odd. Something even more odd, it changes just around the mirror. So, what would you like to do?
I'm sorry, Leona's not gonna have good judgment here. She's going to, take the mirror.
You try taking the mirror, lifting it up. You attempt to take the mirror away from the wall. Basically, the mirror is mounted on the wall, and so you lift it, try to push it, pick it up, trying to pull it out and maybe lift it a little. It doesn't seem to want to budge, and you slip accidentally. Not enough to deal any damage or knock you over, but just one wayward slip, which sends your arm into the mirror to balance. And the mirror simply gives way. It pushes forward into the wall. And you find a most peculiar staircase.
Does Leona make any, like, yelping sounds?
Yeah, she's going to go, ah!
Yeah, so then you just see, like, Solas, like, shove himself off the bed so hard that his body, like, flies off of it. Like,
Freed does the same thing. Sitting and kneeling, you see him do a 180 from kneeling all the way back up to his feet. Going halfway down, just like, oh shit, what the fuck's happening?
like, it's hard enough that he might, like, just break the bed when he does it.
Especially if he's still in his armor. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Freed's looking at the corners. He's just like, oh shit, is the thing back?
Where's the ghost? Where's the ghost?
I found
What
a
he doesn't
thing.
remember is, I should take off this armor before I sleep. Whatever. Why'd you scream?
I found a thing, and I'm just gonna put my hand back into the mirror.
I'm gonna be breaking up much less gracefully,
Okay,
but
so, like,
plan
before
breaking
he
up.
goes over to investigate it, Solas uses his last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on himself, so that he's at full health.
Very well. Wait, that only gives you
It's
8?
1d8 plus my charisma. Mod.
Oh, okay. You roll a d8.
That's what I'm doing.
Nice. You're at 19.
Puts me at 1 off max.
Yeah, still not bad. All right. So, okay. Now what do you do?
Should we investigate?
I was about to say, floor is open, people. You can talk to me.
I believe we need this rest.
I also believe we need this rest.
Yeah,
This room might not be safe
Freed,
anymore.
in that case, Freed is gonna sheath his sword, and he's just gonna kind of pull the mirror shut.
Okay.
Just because I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want this door opened. We can open it later.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Not
We should definitely
alright.
do that.
Attempt
Alright.
fail.
And then, like, Solas starts taking off his armor.
All right. So you shut the mirror. Okay. And Solas begins removing his armor. Need I remind everybody that there are 2 beds in this establishment on this floor that you know of?
Separate rooms is a bad idea.
Hey, I'm just letting in. Hey, I'm just
Oh.
throwing the idea out there.
Although
I'm
if
fine with
this
stone.
room's full of ghosts and whatnot, it might not be a bad idea to take the other room.
Maybe.
There's probably more room in there, actually.
Definitely.
I would love to go back down to the first floor. I want to take a look at the sword before we close out. Because I want to see, when I ran a check on it earlier, that was when the bottom floor looked
I mean,
in
we should
pristine condition.
rest before we actually, like...
Before we do more searching.
Yeah.
That's fair.
By the way, the extended rest isn't going to be the end of the session. So long as nobody has to go to bed, I'm fine to keep going.
Yeah, same.
Awesome sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I can keep for another hour.
Alright, yeah, so we're good.
Mm-hmm. So shall we all head to 12A?
Before we leave, Freed takes his dagger and he carves an X on the door right here to remind himself that he needs to come back and check this.
Of he what? Oh, okay.
Freed's gonna carve an X on the door to 15B.
Okay.
So the room with the cradle.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Alright. Solas, are you sitting in a chair?
Yeah,
Oh,
Solas is
God,
sitting
I
in the chair.
forgot this room has the tiger.
Yeah, I was gonna mention,
He
it's not gonna
says
be
that
nice
as he
to
walks
sleep in the
in.
room with the rotting tiger.
God.
Sleep on the balcony. Nothing ever bad happens to the dog. Okay,
Hold on. Did Joel moving my screen? There we go.
Was the tiger, was it just the pelt that was rotting, or was it the entire, like, actual beast?
no, it's just the pelt. Well,
Okay, so it just smells, like, musty. Kind of old,
yeah, it smells
nasty.
it smells pretty gross. But only if you get near it.
Does this bed smell gross?
This bed smells a lot less offensive. Plus it is much larger. It is a king-size bed.
Okay, then Leona's gonna use it.
Very well.
But only like one half of it, so you know.
Yeah, makes sense. Freed, are you going to be sharing the sleeping quarters, sharing the bed with Leona?
He's just gonna look at the bed and he sees how nasty and ratty it is. Is it just like covered in stains and things living in it, or is it just like super, super dusty?
It's just really old. It's creaky, rickety, old.
Alright, Freed's gonna take his cloak off and then pull it out in front of him, and he's just gonna sleep on the covers. He's not going anywhere inside of it.
That's probably a good idea. All right.
Oh, and before he does this, he takes his hat off and puts it. He takes his hat off, his bags, his swords, and he puts them over here in the chair.
Okay.
So you guys get a good look of what Freed looks like.
I mean, Solas sleeps shirtless.
But I'm just wounded and need to rest. So
Yep.
this bit of floor next to this chair and door
All
are
right.
perfect.
So, you all put your faith in your judgment call of not, assuming that there are ghosts around. Close your eyes and surrender yourselves to the unknown abyss of sleep. Only to all open your eyes about roughly 8 hours later, all roughly around the same time, and pretty much think nothing of it. It doesn't seem like anything has changed, except that you're all a lot less tired than you were, and no one is damaged, and everyone has full
Do we
spell
exp?
slots.
Exp. Pulls knife out to get exp.
All right, fine. You earned it. You fucking ass. You fucking ass.
Am I level?
All
Am I 3?
right, hold on. Let's see. How much exp do you all get?
I mean,
Let's
probably not much from Barumi's Brewer's son, but
Well, y'all shafted that armor, which was pretty neat. You all gave that armor the once over.
Had the broom.
1-2 clangety punch brew.
I think
plus-
Solas mostly handled the broom. I grappled it and caught it and handed it over.
Oh yeah, plus the broom. Alright, everybody take 550. Everybody gets 550 XP. Add that to your totals.
I'm so tilted.
Sweet.
I hate you, Matt.
I'm sorry, I'm
You're
calculating.
actually the fucking worst.
Why? What did I do?
You gave us 50 XP off level 3.
Oh, jeez.
You're
I really
actually the
did not-
fucking worst.
Did not even know that.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh man.
If you're looking for mercy, now is the time.
Shall we go get that baby finally?
Yeah, get that 50 XP. Go kill some babies.
50x for a baby. Oh my god. No, you'd have to kill like 50 babies for that.
Wait, are you saying each baby's
Player Vin would kill 50 in-game babies for 50.
I know.
Solas
I know you would. I know you would.
Oh, you.
I will say this: as we're all getting up, this is plot related for Freed. He does wake up and pull a dagger and just immediately like hops to the floor because he forgets where he was, and he just wakes up and goes, "Ha, ha." All right, okay, sorry, ignore that, and he puts his dagger.
Ignoring.
Leona's gonna pull her tail close when you do that, cause jumping up and holding dagger, you know.
Yeah.
He pulled out of the bed.
So Solas just like gives you like a calm down, fine, and then begins to do his like morning exercises.
You know what? Breed's gonna do the same. He's not stretching or anything, but he does bend down and he does sit in like a samurai stance, and he's just sits there and kneels, closes his eyes, and he's just meditating for a couple minutes.
Are there?
And then he's gonna,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Are there any cups left on the table that had the?
Yeah, there's still the 2.
Okay.
I'm going to just bring myself up and pace around.
Solas does
Alright.
push-ups, and then he does sit-ups, and then he lifts and puts down the bed twice.
Nice.
Leona's just gonna have a nice, cool drink of fresh water from the pot thingy.
Very well. You speak aloud. Water. And you are greeted with fresh, delicious, cool, crystal clear water.
Side note to the XP trolling, after this session, it probably would be like clerically the easiest to just be like, you guys get 50 XP to get us the 50 XP so we could level between sessions.
Yeah, I was already considering that, but yeah, you're probably right.
Just to make life way easier on everyone.
Yep. Including me. Alright.
Alright, so as Leona is over there drinking water, Breed's gonna go ahead and he opens his eyes, he stands up slowly, and he goes over to his bags, and he go ahead and he pulls his tunic off, stretches a little bit. You guys see a little bit of the scars that are on his arms. And he puts his coat back on, puts his cloak on, and wraps his sword around his back. He pulls his sword out, holds it in front of him, bows to it, and then straps it onto his back.
Alright.
In character, didn't Freed
Solas praise.
say he wanted beer earlier?
Beer.
I know I did. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, he does have a second water skin. You guys don't know what's in it.
Well, Leona's gonna take the other cup, say beer, and then walk over to Freed.
Hooray! Oh,
I haven't said you haven't get to him yet.
No,
I'm waiting.
it's once, Leona, it's once per day that you can do that.
Oh, I can only determine what it gives once per day?
Yeah, and then once you do, it gives that certain amount.
Okay.
It's not infinite. It's not one of the good ones where it's that one thing forever, infinitely.
Okay.
I mean, kind of ish, because you can just it can only create a certain quantity of whatever liquid you choose per day. It
Okay.
can always create at the start of a day. It can always create the as much of that liquid as it can per day.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there's no diminishing returns every day.
There's another item that's very similar where it's like you make a thing, you put a thing into it, and then it will dispense that thing forever, and then it never changes. Like you can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
So couldn't you just put molten gold in there?
It can't destroy the thing. It has to be something that it can hold for it's on its own.
I
So
see.
if
That's...
you were a crazy good enchanter and had a material that was capable of sustaining that, you might be able to pull it off, but it would be really high. You would have to have multiple level
You'd have
20
to be
characters.
you'd have to be like Tim the Enchanter. Okay, so let's get back on it.
Wait, Solas also prays for 3 minutes and then dons his armor for 5.
Okay,
That's how long it
Noted.
takes.
That's fine. In the meantime, is anyone else doing anything in the 7 minutes it takes him to get ready, or 8, whatever?
Not much.
I'm gonna take up one of my rations and I'm gonna eat something.
Delicious. Oh yeah, everybody's got to eat. Everyone should probably do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a swig from my water skin.
There's eating to do besides.
If you have
Amazing.
rations, eat them. If you do not, you may want to look around the house to see if there's any food to sustain you.
We have enough rations for everyone for 10 days, I think. Is what
Oh,
we
I
said.
know. Oh, I know. But
Yeah.
if you don't wish to pull from those rations, if you want to look around the house for something to sustain you, you may do so.
Down to 9 now.
Yeah, I'm going down to 9.
Yep, I am too.
Also, there's no
All
reason
right.
to risk it.
All right. The adventuring party is fed, slept, and ready to resume. Continue.
Before we leave the room, Freed's gonna go ahead and he's gonna hop over the bed and check the window.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, redact that. I'm sorry, I forgot there's a balcony. Freed's gonna go over and he's gonna open the door to the balcony. He's gonna step outside to see if there's
Sure.
fog out there.
It is as black as night.
Looking all around, looking up, looking down. Can you even see the ground?
The fog is too thick to even see a few feet in front of you. Outside of the balcony. So, while you're on the balcony, there is not a single... there is not fog at all. It is perfectly clear. However, as soon as you leave the balcony, only a few feet out, you begin to completely lose all vision. There doesn't seem to be any sun, and inside the house is lit solely, again, by the light of the lamps.
On that note, we're just gonna say nope and go right back in.
All right.
So we have 2 options. We can go and investigate further the first floor, or we could go and investigate that weird mirror area.
Don't we have a crib to investigate?
We
I
do have
mean,
the crib we need.
clearly it is a cursed crib. Clearly.
I also wanted to take a look at that sword again. I want to see how old it actually is.
There's...
What the heck was that?
I agree with the sword.
Because when I first looked at it, it looked like it was in pristine condition along with the rest of the floor, but the whole rest of the top house is in shambles. I want to go back and look at that sword. I swear I've seen that windmill symbol before.
Alright.
Good.
I have... Okay. Idea. We go downstairs. We investigate the downstairs. Staying within shouting distance of everyone.
Agreed.
And then, once we've done that, We come back up, and we investigate the mirror.
You all felt something very cold pass by, but nothing substantial. Continue.
Whoa. All right.
Reed doesn't say anything, but his eyes are darting all around him. He's checking to make sure there's something's moving.
Yeah, like I'm using divine sense.
That was an awful freeze.
Also, that door that Solas is near is open.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, you're good. There are no sounds, nothing out of the ordinary except for a chilly, bone-chilling breeze.
Oh, are we on the
for a
top
split
floor?
Second.
Yes.
You are on floor number 3, as far as you can tell.
Were the stairs? Because there were stairs. We saw stairs in the mirror room. Did they go up or down?
They went up.
Hmm.
Let's go down.
Can we please finish searching the floor first? There's I mean,
yeah,
we're
there's
already up here.
Right. This is a door.
There are, like, you guys did no exploration of the other floors, too. Like, you have no exploration of this house done. And yes, this is a door at the moment. This is an unopened door.
Is this a door?
Ping?
This. On the second floor.
Click hold. I can't see what you're...
I'm pinging it. It's on the second floor.
Yeah, it's on 6.
I can't see what you're pinging. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, that is a door. Yes.
Okay. So
I can see your ping, Solas. I'm an idiot. Yes, that's a door.
okay. That's a door. This is a fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other doors on this floor other than? Is this a door?
That is a
Yes.
door.
Okay, so
And if you guys would look at floor number 1, or the floor you started out on, this is a door. This is a
yeah, those are all doors.
this is a door. This is a door.
Okay,
This
so
is a door. And
we should probably investigate. Solas,
that's a door.
Solas says we should probably finish investigating this floor, and then go downstairs, or go up. We could do either.
I'd rather go down.
But we should finish this floor first, so we don't have to backtrack.
Absolutely. Sure.
Alright.
And
Leon,
Solas goes over to the door we have investigated.
Leona's gonna grab her quarterstaff. Essentially to be a long stick for her.
Sure, that's fine.
Once everyone's like near, he opens the door.
All right. So everyone follows Solas then.
Are we opening the crypt door or the second door?
This one.
Oh, why? Frey, did you open the crib door or no?
No, I haven't
mean,
touched
you
it,
can
but it's
investigate
the
that
second
also
door. I
if
put
you
an
want
X
to.
on it. I did put an X to mark that door. I wanted to open it up and let's see what's inside.
All right. First things first, you open. Solas, you open the door. Let's get this ready. You open the door to reveal a balcony overlooking the front of the house.
Mm. Then he
Nothing
opens.
there.
Then he goes into the door to the crib room.
Okay.
Fine.
You enter that bedroom.
Good. Good.
It's decorated with a soft. Its walls are decorated with a soft color. It seems the room seems fit for infants, small children.
As he's like looking at the crib, does it look like there's actually like
It
could be an infant in there?
There's a crib covered with a hanging black shroud.
Nobody touched the shroud.
Leona's going to move her hands to the up to one end of her stick and start lifting the shroud with the other.
No, Solas says wait.
Alright? Don't freeze.
He casts Divine Sense on the to see if there's a thing
Very well.
inside that.
You do not sense any beings. You do not sense any undead or otherwise creatures that do not have total cover from you.
Would the shroud provide total cover?
The shroud would provide. Well, the shroud is semi-transparent, so probably superior cover or whatever that's called. Not full cover, but not like whatever. Point is, it would not be full cover. No.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, go.
Alright. Leona's gonna take her stick and try to lift the shroud off the crib.
You gently lift the shroud, revealing a tightly wrapped, baby-sized bundle lying in the crib.
Solas goes to pick up the child, as gently as he possibly can.
Wait.
You
Free draws a sword.
You move your hands toward it. Gently touch it. However, at the first sign, when your fingers first make contact gently with the blanket, its entire form, its entire tightly wrapped form simply collapses. It is now a flat blanket.
So it's shakes out the blanket.
Nothing but, well, there's nothing inside or around this blanket. Perhaps a bit of dust.
Yeah. Yeah, so it felt a stream of dust.
That's a cruel deception.
Out of character. Freed's sitting there gonna say, "Holy shit, nice trick, do it again." Sorry, out of character, not in character.
Damn. Anyway, continue.
Freed sheathes the sword.
All right.
No
I understand
wonder.
everyone wants to go see the bottom, but I really want to know what's upstairs. It's hidden for a reason.
Split up, split up, split up, split up, split up.
No.
But we should, under no circumstances, split up the group.
Damn it.
Jinkies.
Let's split up.
Why do you want to split up?
Because that's how we died.
Me and Daphne will go check the bedroom.
God damn it. You can't phone Daphne every time you go into the on a mystery. It's not okay. Y'all know you're doing it.
It's a kink thing. Don't kink shame me.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
we
shaming
know
you over
Fred.
saying we have an actual job. We get paid to do this. It's not okay.
Oh, come on. Like, people don't bang at their desks.
I mean, they do, but they usually end up getting fired.
Who's gonna fire us? The people getting haunted?
No, we should be professional. We get paid to do this.
We've already failed to save a baby.
Do you know how many times I've had to pay people off with my drug dealer money? God damn it.
Oh, and the truth comes out.
Oh, so it's not white.
How the hell do you think we afford to do this? You don't pay us that much. We get $100. Oh, those kids, they did it. Me and Scoop gotta support you guys. Dude, why do you think we're always so hungry? Because we gotta show them the good stuff.
You guys were getting high on your own supply.
Get your ass-out-wearing ass in line. Get straight.
Freed's over here smoking hemp. Just literally roasting the hemp rope with a match.
Alright, yeah. No, but Solas is legitimately trying to get everyone to maybe we should go upstairs and see what's up first, so we don't have to walk all the way back up and down this place multiple times.
We did run through the whole house just to get to this room. At this point,
Yeah.
there's nothing else that we need to.
We could just
Yeah.
we could go to the attic.
Yeah, I'm okay with going to the attic.
We could just stay at the stairs and let him go down to curiosity and come back.
I mean, we could do that. Phil's like, that's fine, as long as you're at the bottom.
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm gonna be able to catch him when he falls. I don't want to be below him.
Okay, here's the other reason why. If the sword is still in pristine condition and it's good to use, there may be other properties on top of it, because the fact that if it's in pristine condition, the rest of the house is 200 years old, falling apart, there's something inside that sword that's making it stay in pristine, which means then I can use it in my other hand instead of a stick.
I get what you're saying.
How?
But all I hear is, go to the attic. Go to the attic.
Okay, how about
Stop thinking it.
The attic
this?
can wait while he eats.
Alright, fine.
Okay, guys, how about this? Solas can wait at the top of the stairs to Goomba stomp anything that comes rushing. Freed can run down the stairs, grab the sword, and run back up. And I'll meet him halfway.
Alright.
And Bran can stand at the top, bow drawn.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a plan.
Well, I'm glad y'all have a plan.
I'm glad that we have somebody here who has a plan. And he's gonna nod to Leona.
So do it. Put your plan into action, people.
Alright, Freed's gonna walk halfway down the stairs and he's waiting for everybody else's approval because he remembers the broom and
He nods in approval. And
So let's give the thumbs up.
notches an arrow.
Oop, I'm in the closet.
Well, only come out of the closet if you want to.
Alright. Leona's gonna walk down the stairs. Okay, now I gotta find the...
Second floor. Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything on the second floor? Just to make sure there's nothing moving around or anything like that, because he still remembers seeing something, getting a weird vibe earlier.
You have every ability to you have every sense totally fine. So do it.
Nothing.
You attempt perception to look at things. You see the standing suits of armor with the wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor holding a spear and a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths, dancing children. However, upon close inspection, as you're apt you to see, you realize that the youths, the children inscribed in these doors aren't dancing, but rather fighting off swarms of bats. Other than that, no, nothing. You see nothing.
What the fuck is wrong with people who built this house?
Solas, we got a problem. The doors are changing. The whole place has changed.
What?
Do you remember the doors from yesterday?
Yes.
They showed the kids, clapping and playing. They're fighting off bats now, and actually fighting for their lives. Inscriptions on the doors.
So we're in a cursed house. I'm surprised. I had no idea. This is the first I've heard of it. Are you seeing any ghosts? That would be a sure sign. Cursed house.
Freed's just gonna drop his shoulders and shrug.
Leona's gonna shout, technically, ghosts are a sign of haunting, not curse.
That's a good point. Get your sword. Hope it didn't rot.
I hope your head gets smitten with another broom.
This is brilliant.
I can hear you. There's a lot of sound carry in here.
Nothing, sweetheart. I'm coming back up with the broom for you. Please put that guts at the room. Sorry, that's a sword on the mantle. I'm just gonna reconnect the sword on the mantle.
The beautifully crafted broom on the mantle.
Excellent. Well, you walk up to the mantelpiece. You take your beloved broom. And no, I'm kidding. Alright, you go up to the fireplace and step up, kind of try to get your, not that high, so you're able to just kind of yoink, snatch it off the wall. Again, to remind you, it's a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt.
And I will add that to my inventory. And it is still in pristine condition. It actually isn't. It's not like rusted or old or worn out.
No, it is in pristine condition. As well as everything else around you, might I add.
Okay, that's still weird. Yeah, no, on that note, he's gonna go ahead and bag the sword and he's going right back up.
Alright. Leona, everything around you is also pristine and clear as well.
Okay.
Like nothing, almost like everything was just tidied up yesterday.
Does Freed in a joke? You know what? Hang on. Monaco, go to DM sidebar real quick.
Sure. Give me 2 seconds.
Either that or I can just message you.
No, we can sidebar it. I just needed to, a very important game, the game that I started playing, that got me out to the very first, Anthrocon I'd ever been to, the one that let me meet Dave and Liz for the very first times. That was the only reason I got the inspiration to go was from people I met on a game called WildStar, and I've just been told that WildStar will be shutting down. There's no word to when, but Carbine is closing, and they're shutting all the servers down. So it's very, very sad. But anyway.
I had never heard of WildStar before. That's cool. A lot of stuff about it seems cool. Huh. So yeah, we have to wait now until they come back.
Which is unfortunate, because I also had something I wanted to say out of character.
But now I can just ramble incessantly about madness until he returns so I can tell him stuff. Meow 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 meow. I want.
Okay.
Okay,
I had never heard of WildStar before. That's kind of neat. It was an interesting game. I had never heard of WildStar before.
Okay, out of character, I think I figured out why the 3rd floor is so poorly kept. It's the in-laws' quarters.
I'm pretty sure that was the master bedroom.
Now.
Okay.
Now. So, you're all on the top floor once again. Well, after Freed and...
Once everyone's up, Sola says,
Ah, too far out.
Sola says to Freed, "So your sword still intact?"
Oh, by the way,
Just that, but the
Solus, he
entire-
tossed a broom to you, by the way. Not at you, but to you.
Why?
Oh, okay, there we go.
Like it just like Solas doesn't even like catch it. He just like lets it bounce off his chest. He's just like, what?
I brought your friend. I know you were having some issues with the one yesterday, so I brought you a new one.
Solas laughs and then he just like walks into the
Dick.
to the other room.
Leona's gonna grab the broom. Wait. Yeah, she'll take the broom for now. Just kind of carry it.
But yeah, Solas, just FYI, dude, this house is fucked up. The entire first. Oh, he's not even in here anymore. Awesome.
No. If you were gonna like talk to him after that, he would have stayed.
He would, yeah. Okay, no, seriously, Solas. But no, seriously, he holds the sword back out and holds it aloft. This thing is in pristine condition and it's several hundred years old. The entire first floor is still in pristine condition, never been touched.
You notice so is the second. You notice so is the second floor.
Right, and the second floor, the armors, everything is in fantastic good condition. Everything up here on the third floor is the only thing that's been aged.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And I still forgot to lock the front door.
Means one of two things.
Bitch.
Probably one of two things. Either something at the top of this building is making everything on the top rot, or something at the bottom is keeping it pristine.
Wait, nobody moved their character. Okay.
Wait, what?
You just wanted to shift us. Okay, yeah. Solas would like depress the thing to open the stairway.
The stairway to heaven. Okay, that's over there though. Okay. That's right there.
Okay, yeah, he does that.
The mirror is right in front of you. Okay, so you just you simply push the mirror forward, and it just opens up into the stairwell.
Then
Where are these
Solas
stairs?
descends.
Here's your daily movie quote. Hey, where do these stairs go?
All right, you ascend the staircase
Our son.
slowly and readily into yet another floor. At the top of the stairs, you come to a door.
Bran, you're in the way. Thank you.
Solas will then
Uh,
I am temporarily swallowed by the void again.
Okay, Solas, you'd open the door?
Yeah.
Alright, you open the door in front of you. Revealing
Sorry, I had to shut my door.
death. No, I'm kidding. But revealing some stuff.
Good thing we didn't have to roll
Hey.
initiative on that door.
Pass up a torch.
I lit the last one. I've got 9 more. Anybody else have any?
Checking.
Solas pulls out one of his own torches and then like motions it toward Leona. Be like, can you light this?
Right. Leona's gonna use the tinderbox to light it.
Don't you have like a cantrip that does that?
I asked her that yesterday.
Do you have a fireball cantrip?
Firebolt.
Firebolt, excuse you. No, I'm kidding.
I do have a firebolt cantrip, but
Yeah, we probably shouldn't use those since they're only like certain cantrips allowed still.
Someone would have to light the lamps, otherwise it is just too dark to see.
can I see any of the lamps?
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm doing firebolt, I'm firebolting one of the lamps and not the torch.
You can try. Go for it. You
Alright.
have to roll for that, though.
Tinderbox.
Solas would duck.
Fruit's sitting there holding a tinderbox.
Now, how do I
Okay.
roll? Is that just a d20 or?
Which would
Yeah,
be a
well-
d20 plus proficiency plus
You're rolling to attack. You're rolling an attack roll for firebolt. with disadvantage.
Okay.
Just saying. Alright. So you got a 12. Was your disadvantage. Alright. Which is fine. Yeah, that's enough accuracy to light the lamp. That's fine. Alright, so the lamps light, and all of the lamps on in this particular hallway flicker a light.
And Solas walks in.
Okay. You walk in to the bare
Is
hallway.
this a door?
Yes. You walk into the bare hallway. The hall is choked with dust and cobwebs.
More rotted.
That's actually not a door. I apologize. That's a window.
Okay, yeah, then Solas will go, like, to this door.
Very well. You walk over to the door and attempt to open it, but as you turn the handle, you find that the door will not move. It seems to be locked.
So it's locked. Should I break this door down?
You said
He
it's
yells back.
locked?
He like waits for everyone to like file in to the room.
The door does seem shut with a padlock.
Why don't we do a bit of exploration before we go knocking things down? There might be an easy key.
Good idea. Solas goes over here.
It might attract attention if you.
Wait a minute. Hang on, guys.
Go for it.
Didn't in character? Didn't somebody pick up a key? Solas, didn't you see a key?
Oh yeah, I have a key.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a key on the desk on the second floor.
Yeah. Solas tries to use that key.
You slip the key into the lock, and to your surprise, it slips in like butter.
Oh,
You turn
opens the
the
door.
lock, and the padlock pops right out of its socket and clambers to the floor. The door is now unlocked.
Solas opens the door.
You push the door open. Not requiring a knob or a turn, you simply pull the door back towards you.
And I'm met with ghosts, but like 5 of them though.
Oh, I hope.
This room contains a bricked up window, flanked by 2 dusty, wooden framed beds, sized for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on its sides, and a dollhouse that's a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furnishings are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are 2 small skeletons, wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the 2 cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
So Solas like walks. Wait. You just said that they're bodies?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Solas like
2
walks up to them. Like he just literally doesn't care. Like there's like a, I don't. Okay. I want the scene to be like very. I want everyone to understand what happens. So like there's a scene where like Solas is like quipping jokes and making like he's having fun. He's like exploring. He's like not daunted by the house at all. Like the curse doesn't scare him. Like the ghosts and all that doesn't bother him at all. And then he opens this door and like you see the light like leave his eyes. And he just like walks in with his arms at his side really slowly.
Bree kind of has the same thing, but he's not looking into them. He can't. But he's just as quiet.
And like Solas like picks up the bodies and like he like cries.
Ooh.
Is it one of those subtle cries where it's just like not really making noise?
Yeah, it's not like a
I-
bawling, breaking down cry. It's like this like sad. He's very much failed and he maybe never had a chance to succeed kind of a cry, like a very defeated kind of thing.
I can't see it yet, and I need to know where you are because Leona's gonna walk up to the door and she needs to know if she can see.
Solas like walks into
right
here.
there.
This is where the
Okay, so you are in the way of seeing.
Yeah, like they're skeletal, right?
They are skeletons on the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah. So he's holding both of them, because like they're small and he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you can probably see like skeleton legs to the side of like one of his arms.
Mm-hmm. Anybody?
Freed's gonna walk in. Freed goes ahead and walks in. He stands next to Solas, puts his hand on Solas's shoulder. Solas, they're not gone. They asked us for help. We are
He like
still
puts them down, stands up. He says, "You're right. They're worse than gone."
We're not done yet.
Well, does Leona know who they are? Like, are they the kids? Does she know that?
You absolutely recognize their clothing and the doll.
She's
The children that greeted you outside.
She's just gonna fall to her knees and like kinda like have that frozen breakdown kind of thing. Where it's just like
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know whether or not the spirits of these children intended to deceive us, but whether they did or not, I will free them from the curse that binds them to this world after death. They will go to Elysium, where children deserve to be.
Freed's gonna go cultural for a quick moment, guys. From where I come from, and from what I understand about the afterlife in my culture, for what I've been able to grasp in my understood years, they still requested help. They've been trapped here, and they have requested help. How we help them is still the thing that matters, and I think we did save the infant because it was still trapped in there with whatever that fucking creature was.
Possibly.
But we need to make sure this never happens again. And you see fire in his eyes, like his eyes are burning orange and red, and they're normally bright gold.
And then Solas like puts each of the skeletons onto the beds, like untangled from each other.
Freed helps. He opens up the covers on one bed and pulls it back and goes over to the other bed and opens up the covers on that one.
Such a fate.
Is the dollhouse under a cubic foot in size?
No, it's larger than that.
Is it like a Solas goes to like investigate the dollhouse? Does it like open?
How exactly do you investigate the dollhouse?
Like he basically like walks up to it, looks at its construction, and then tries to see if he can get like a look at the inside of the house.
As you begin toying with the front of the dollhouse to attempt to sort of open it or gain some sort of insight, two ghosts appear. One pulling out of the dollhouse quickly. The other pulls out of the box of toys. They're small. They seem only as large as the children. And they, in stark contrast to the ghost you've seen earlier, do not have the icy aura surrounding them. One of them speaks out. "Please don't disturb my dollhouse. That's not right."
Like
Freed's
there's
eyes
like
go wide
a strange swath of emotions over Solas. He's just like very confused as to how to deal with the situation.
Oh, Leona's gonna take his, he's probably holding the dollhouse up a little bit. She's just gonna put her hand on it and guide the dollhouse back to the floor where it was.
The dollhouse is very large. It's almost about 4 feet by... It's almost about 4 feet by 2 feet and a solid 4.5 feet tall. So the ghost isn't carrying it. It remains on the floor.
Well, Solas probably would have tried to pick it up if he couldn't get it open.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ian.
as soon as you start tampering with it, the ghost comes out. You don't really get a chance to lift it.
Okay. In that case, Leona's just gonna kind of push his hand back, but still kind of not all there
Solas,
yet.
like, takes a moment to collect himself and then says, "So you are the spirits of the children."
Each
Like-
of the children...
Like,
Each of
hands
the
on his
ghost-
head.
Each of the ghosts look at each other, look back at you and nod.
The ones we met out in front?
They shake their heads. No, sir.
What?
We've not met you before.
What are your names?
I'm Rose, and this is my brother Thorn.
Ah. So we've been doubly tricked. That's great. Fantastic.
No, wait a minute. Those were the names of the children we met out front.
They
one
were.
called
Does-
Roosevelt.
Exact names.
These are the real spirits, and those were an illusion constructed by the same thing that constructs the fog to get us to go inside the house.
What does Leona know? Does Leona know anything relevant about ghosts?
That would be a check of some sort. Most likely. Oh
Like,
god.
I want to paint the scene.
Sorry.
Solas has just got like his palms on his like temples in just like deliberation and shock.
Nice. I see. Leona, make a wisdom check, please.
Alright.
Just to confirm, you are looking for any knowledge you may have that would help you understand these ghosts.
Right, including memory, including, you know, if they could be. So, really anything, but. Oh,
I
20.
understand. So, you recall that ghosts typically have a horrifying visage, and when they don't, it's much less ominous, or when they don't, it's much more innocuous. You also recall ghosts tend to be locked on the mortal plane, not usually by choice. So, if there is some reason that a ghost is still here, you recall that beating it senseless would only disapparate the manifestation of the spirit. It wouldn't necessarily set the spirit to rest. Instead, to set the spirit truly to rest, there must be some kind of link, and you have to figure out what will do it and then do it. So, in other words, defeating, quote-unquote, a ghost will a true spirit manifestation, true spirit manifest ghost. Defeating it will not set its spirit free. It will not. You won't be solving a problem by beating a ghost senseless. You'll merely be destroying the manifestation, which at some point will reform.
So, I don't have any explanation for why, we would have already met them and these ones don't know that?
Not at all.
Hmm.
So that just makes you about as confused as the rest of us.
Just
I mean, Solas put out a theory
confused, a little contemplating, but just
Freed's gonna go over to the toy chest and he's gonna knock on it.
A little boy came out of the toy chest.
I did. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, no, there's a ghost of a small boy above the toy chest where Bran is.
So in that case, redact that and redo. Freed's
So-
gonna
so
go
let's-
over to the toy chest and he's gonna drop to his knee and wink or not wink, but he's gonna drop to his knee and he's gonna look at the boy and say, "I take it your thorn bolt."
She just
He nods his head, but very shyly. Very, very. He seems tensed and nervous.
So Solas like covers his mouth and says, "All right. I'm going to need you to tell me what happened and how you think I can help you."
Rose looks at you and, with a blink, simply says, "How can you help us?"
You are wandering spirits trapped on the mortal coil. This is incorrect. You should be freed to go to Elysium, where all good spirits belong.
They look. She continues. How can I help you?
Well, you can tell me what happened before you died. Why is the house like this?
Her brother floats over to her and gives her a hug. She continues. Well,
As the
Oh.
boy sorry, real quick, I just wanted to catch this. As the
That's
boy
fine.
gets up and floats over, Freed bows his head.
okay. Rose continues. Well, our parents, they put us up here in this room, and they locked the door to protect us from the monster in the basement. They forgot about us. We
That's
stopped.
probably the wrong term. Died first, then didn't get the chance to come back. More accurate. I don't know that for sure. I'd like to think it better of them.
Perhaps. We've never been able to leave this room. We died of hunger there on the floor.
I see.
I'm sorry. Those are the first words she'd spoken. Just, I'm sorry.
On that
Do you
note-
think if I
hang on.
took either of the objects you're bound to out of this room, you could leave it?
Perhaps. But we don't want to be left alone.
You won't be. You'll be with us until the time when I can send you together to where you should be after this. Then he like waits for a response.
She does seem quite uncomfortable with the idea of anybody leaving the room. Though it is obviously apparent she doesn't intend to turn hostile in any regard.
He says, are you okay with me trying that?
So long as you come back if it doesn't work.
I will. Now I'm the only one who's going to walk out. And then he goes to like pick. He looks at both the chest and the house, and like sizes them both up, and then thinks I shouldn't do that to the boy, and then goes to lift the entire of the house.
As you approach the house, she essentially begs you, "No, please don't move that. I've got it set up perfectly. I really want it to be exactly alike."
Well,
We're
I
not-
can't move. Okay.
We're not
This
tied
is-
to those.
This is
So don't- no.
this is gonna catch Leona's attention. The whole exactly alike thing.
Because I'm not playing with it. We can't move away from, well, those. And her hand goes up and points to her skeleton.
That makes more sense. And then he does the same. He like walks over to the skeleton of the girl and then like lifts it.
As you lift
Like, gently?
as you lift the skeleton gently, the ghostly manifestation of Rose's spirit seems to vanish, but move ever so slightly toward you, Solas.
And then he like walks out of the room.
Very well. However, and this will be the last thing that happens at the moment before we break and come back to this next week, or whenever we have time. I'm open to more sessions during the week if we're. Let me see here. Okay.
If we were leaving the bodies there, Freed was going to leave a ration as an offering and bow to it, and then, or pray to it, and then that was it. But since we're taking the bodies with us, we're going to redact that. Never did it.
Solas, you feel somehow another presence within you. You do have the option of trying to resist its presence. However, it is not asserting dominance over your body. So it is up to you whether or not you'd like to resist it.
Solas like allows this to happen.
Very well. In that case, Rose's ghost, the ghost of Rose, does not reappear. However, Solas, you do feel another consciousness within you somehow, though you cannot actively communicate with it. All right, and you are over here, and that is where we will end it. Thorn's ghost is still over top the dollhouse. He is looking quite worried that his sister is no longer with him.
Can I do one last thing?
What?
Freed is he's gonna kneel back down by Thorn and say, "How about it, little man? You want to give me some of your bravery?"
He simply and gently nods, holding his doll close.
All right, let's go. And Freed's he's gonna wrap up the body in the blanket that's on the bed, and he's gonna carry it out.
All right, very well. The same thing happens to you, Freed. Whether or not you'd like to resist it is up to you.
Again, Freed's history is based on ancestors and spirits being a part of their culture, so he's gonna accept it.
Very well. Thorn's ghost disappears and does not reappear. You feel a second consciousness, however, you cannot talk to it you cannot communicate with it actively. Okay. That is where we will leave the campaign at this point.
Because
Any questions or follow-ups?
So you hear the switch of a knife. Where's my 50 XP?
Sons of
I have to sleep. I have to wake up in 4.5 hours.
Jesus
No.
Christ. Okay.
Same.
You go to bed, but not before adding the 50 XP to your characters. You guys, you went through and you did the thing with the bodies and stuff. So that was, yeah, it's 50 XP. Just take it.
For easy life for everyone.
Yeah, call it convenience or whatever you want, but I'm giving it to you. So just
So we
take
have
it.
a week to level 3.
Yeah, get your characters to level 3. Please do not make this a thing that sits and waits until the next time that we have a session. because that would suck some serious dick, because then we have to take time to do that instead of play this game that we're all enjoying.
But if you do procrastinate, I'm free on Saturday, so
well,
give me that day.
and there you go.
Hey, what's up? Help me. I need help.
Just make sure it happens before sometime before we get settled. To clarify one last thing, next Saturday, that'll be the 15th, we will be meeting at 8:00 p.m. at EST, Eastern Standard Time. Does anyone have a problem with that?
That's 7 p.m. Central Time.
I have no idea.
That is
probably, yeah.
I
shouldn't have a problem with that. I should be able to make that work.
now I must drift off into the cold void and friggin' dream about exploding unicorns. See ya.
Go, Bran.
All right, enjoy.
And dream of large women.
And now what is it I add to my... Shoot. What do I add to my hit points?
You add... You're a wizard, so I think it's 4 plus your con mod. Don't quote me, though.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
900. And that is... Which means... he is
That puts me to
level
28 HP.
three.
All right.
Which means
I hope
that's
everybody is enjoying that. So have fun. I'm gonna go, and I may sleep, or I may get.
I
am
have 23 health points. No, not 23.
Yay!
14. Yeah, 23, because I got an extra 9 points.
Yay! All right. I'm gonna go. Sleep.
Yeah, Leona, it's 4 plus your con mod.
Okay.
Night, everyone.
Good
Unless
night.
you want to risk rolling, but I
See you
wouldn't
later,
advise
Malcolm.
it.
All right. Bye bye.
I mean, what benefit could I get from rolling?
It could be a 5 or a 6, or it could be a 1 through 3.
Guys, I just want to let you know right now, Freed now has access to Hellish Rebuke, which is a level 2 Hellfire spell. That if I get attacked, he just breaks all fucking let's goes Hulk and says fuck you, and just throws Hellfire in somebody's face.
I mean,
Literally.
you also get your subclass, which one are you going with?
Oh yeah, that's right. I am gonna go with Samurai.
You are going with Samurai? Samurai is a good one, right?
I
remember it being one of the stronger ones.
For example, level 3 for Samurai is I get a proficiency bonus, ability-wise. I get Fighting Spirit, which gives myself 5 temporary HP points, and an Intensity Shield, which means I get a bonus action because I can, it's called Strike True, which gives me an attack advantage at the end of my current turn.
Do my hit dice go up any?
I think you have hit dice equal to your level or something.
Oh, I gotta take my headphones off. Wow, that was really hard.
Okay, so that probably adjusted automatically then?
Yeah, you have 3 hit dice.
Okay. I have 1 arcane recovery.
Ow.
Does my strength go up? I don't know. Okay.
I need to remember not to forget the boy his hat, or his doll. And make sure I don't forget his doll.
Leona has not recovered. So... yeah, someone might want to get her moving again before you guys head out.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, I forgot to disable it. Okay, I'm gonna stop that now.